Napoleon. Alright, so we have Napoleon starting out. He was born poor on this tiny little island. From there, he joined the military, eventually rising up in leadership to lead a campaign in Italy, defeating the Austrians, then returning to France as a hero, before again going out off the map to Egypt to fight the British interests. There, however, after experiencing troubles with supply lines, he returned to France to lead a coup against the current government, installing himself as one of the leaders of the consulate in France.
Alright. As consulate, Napoleon brought peace to France by ruthlessly crushing his enemies with a form of secret police, and also by staging fabricated events to take down enemies in ways of assassination. He also brought back the Catholic Church, but it was restored under the secular power, so it was not as great. And in 1804, Napoleon used another fabricated event, a bomb plot, to show the need for a central emperor or dynasty, and crowned himself emperor. Yeah.
As emperor, he had to build his empire. Starting off, he made the Napoleonic Code, a universal set of laws that for one of the first time in France's history was a central law that they all followed. From here, over in his American empire, he had difficulties in Haiti. A slave revolt and other uprisings forced him to send an army to Haiti. However, after much trouble with disease, he had to withdraw, recognize Haiti's independence, and finally withdraw entirely from his American empire. From here, he got more involved in Europe, where at the Battle of Trafalgar, in combination with Spain and France attacked Britain, where Britain won a major victory, giving them naval supremacy for the remainder of the Napoleonic era. From here, he fought the Austrians, whom he defeated, becoming King of Italy, and then, again, fighting Prussians, Russians, and Austrians, all in different combinations, and after that victory, controlling much of the German states, moving all the way east, very close to Prussia. And this hostilities ended in the Treaty of Tilsit, where everyone goes, "Whoa, alright, that's enough, Napoleon. Let's stop before you crush Russia."
Right. The continental response to Monsieur Napoleon resulted in an economic war between France and Great Britain. Napoleon attempted to cut off trade between Britain and Europe, as they are situated on an island right here. And he taxed trade, which got rid of free trade. And in 1808, he invaded Spain to stop smuggling operations by Portugal. Back in Germany, foreign-controlled Germany had united the German people, and this urged a resistance of France, which resulted in a military reform of Prussia, which grew the army to great lengths. Then there you have the Wars of Liberation, where Napoleon put his brother on the throne of Spain to keep that under control. The peasants and clergy resorted to guerrilla warfare, where Britain came to their aid by landing an army on the coast of Spain, and which confused Napoleon and led to his downfall in there. Then Austria, seeing his confusion, attempted to regain lands, and ultimately defeated Napoleon, reconquering their lands. Then came the European coalition of Russia, Prussia, Austria, and Great Britain, the Big Four. And of course, can't forget Great Britain. Alright, they all allied against France, and after long and difficult war, they marched on Paris and exiled Napoleon to Elba. Elba, the little island right off Italy right here.
From here, the four major powers convened at the Congress of Vienna, making many territorial changes attempting to prevent France and any single state from again conquering all of Europe. But then, with much support left in France, Napoleon returned from Elba, marching up to Belgium. But in Belgium, he found his defeat at Waterloo in June of 1815. The Holy Alliance then convened between Prussia, Austria, and Russia as an extreme reaction to the return of Napoleon to try to crush it from ever happening again. Britain, feeling left out, however, came back in, forming the Quadruple Alliance, which, reconvening at the Congress of Vienna, prevented large-scale war for a long, long time.
During all of this warfare, we have the rise of the Romantic movement. Alright, in the Romantic movement, we had the rise of Romanticism. And was a reaction against the excessive rationale of the Enlightenment. The Germans had Sturm und Drang, which meant storm and stress, and a focus of emotion and feelings in literature. Alright. Romantic movements.
And then in the realm of art, there was a big focus on the individual and especially the power of nature seen in these two paintings. We got nature, and then here we got the power of nature crushing that tiny little poor ship right there. Poor guys.
Nature! Yeah.
And then in religion, we have the rise of Methodism, a reaction against rationalism and deism. This was also in continental religion, God was seen much more in nature. We see a lot of this in the Romantic focus on nature. And also there's a lot more feelings and emotion coming into religion.
Nationalism was also a big focus of the Romantic era, as we had in Germany. And we all know, German nationalism, big things are coming, aren't they? Alright. And then the Germans noticed how history apparently repeats itself.
Shocking.
Shocking? I know. That's gonna play for them, right? Napoleon!